Hey guys, today I've got this set up with some dramatic spotlighting over 3 avocados. I want to go through step by step how to start with a simple block in and build up to fine surface detail. So before I get started on the canvas, I do a quick poster study on cardboard. This serves as sort of a dress rehearsal for the painting I'm about to do. I learned how I'm going to mix all the colors I see, where the darks and lights are, and how all the color and light relationships come together. For the rest of the video, on the right side, I'll have a picture of this poster study, as well as a photo of the setup so you could get some idea of what I was looking at. After the poster study, I make a drawing on the canvas. This allows me to place the composition down where I want it and have a guideline for shapes and proportions. I'm thinking about the silhouette of each avocado here, as well as the shape and proportion of each shadow. So with our drawing and our poster study, we get on to the actual painting. No matter what you're painting, you could break it down into abstract forms and build from there. So to start, I think of an avocado as a sphere. To start painting a sphere, I put down this high chroma green color. It's sort of a mid-tone in value, which leaves a lot of room to go lighter or darker. So I'm working in this limited monochromatic range, essentially from my mid-tone to my darkest dark. And I'm going to stay in this range until I have the sphere starting to believably turn. Since I know the edge of the avocado is the darkest dark, I could just go ahead and put that down, and then paint a gradient to my light side, making any small adjustments for what I see on the model. And so for example, the avocado to the right is casting a sort of diffuse shadow, so I go ahead and darken that right side. Once I'm happy with the relationship between the light side and the shadow side, I could start adding in the reflected lights. And this is just the surface underneath the avocado reflecting back up into the shadow side. So right now I'm painting in the specular highlights, and this is actually like a broken highlight because the surface of the avocado is kind of wrinkly and has some bumps. These little bumps basically create more spots where the light source can be reflected and breaks up what would normally be a single highlight into many small ones. This broken highlight makes for a fairly busy subject. In order to paint it, I need to come up with some sort of system to organize what I see. So I imagine the brightest points of the highlight making a triangle and paint those first. Once I have the basic structure, I can start to play fast and loose and lay down some more abstract marks. I paint outwards from the center, and while it's not perfectly accurate, it describes the same kind of surface. Using my smallest brush with thinned out paint, I can indicate the small spots on the surface of the avocado. I learned while writing the script for this video that they are actually called lenticels. There are also small wrinkles on the surface that are casting smaller shadows on top of the light side, so indicating these shadows will further help sell the effect of a bumpy surface. At this point I worry I'm pushing into the territory of overworking, so I decide to stop. Things are looking pretty good from afar, so I move on to the next avocado. And it's the same process every time. I start by painting a sphere. I refine the surface with any sorts of reflected lights. And then I add surface detail like the highlights or the texture. As things start to come to a close, I'm looking for any more chroma I could push in. So for example, the orange reflected light on the left side of this avocado. And on the right side, I find this green local color that I didn't quite get earlier. It's important to note here that when I put that green color down, I'm using the exact same value of the paint that it's going over top of, because it's the value that makes the sphere turn, not the hues. At this point, I was approaching the 4-hour mark, and I was ready to bring the session to an end.